There's a hidden money code that only 1% of people know, and I just used it to make money. The craziest part? Anyone can do this, but almost nobody does. This is not some scam, not some fake hack. It's a real system hidden in plain sight. And when I cracked it, I couldn't believe how fast it worked. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use this code yourself. And once you see it, you can never unsee it. Most people spend their entire lives working for money. But the rich, they figured out how to make money work for them. And here's what they'll never tell you. There's a system, a repeatable process they use to multiply money without working harder. I spent weeks researching, testing, and refining this method. And today I'm going to break it down for you step by step. I'll show you proof, real-life examples, and most importantly, how you can use it starting today. But pay close attention, because if you miss even one part, you might never get it to work. Let me tell you how I found this money code, because it wasn't easy. A while back, I was obsessed with one question. Why do some people seem to attract money effortlessly while others struggle their whole lives? So I started digging. I looked at investors, entrepreneurs, even everyday people who built massive wealth from nothing. And I noticed a strange pattern. It wasn't luck, it wasn't talent, it was a system, a formula they followed over and over again. And the more I studied it, the clearer it became. There was a hidden code behind their success. At first, I didn't believe it, but then I tested it myself. And the results? Absolutely insane. This hidden money code is built on 5 key principles. Let me explain. Step 1. Shift your money mindset. The first step to financial success is changing how you think about money. Most people see money as something they earn, spend, and repeat. They focus on how much they can make, but the rich focus on how money moves. Instead of seeing money as something to trade for material things, the wealthy view it as a tool, a seed that when planted in the right place, grows into something much bigger. Imagine you receive $1,000. The average person might immediately think about upgrading their phone, going on a weekend trip, or buying designer clothes. These purchases bring short-term happiness, but in a few months, that money's gone. Now picture someone who understands how money works. Instead of spending the $1,000, they ask themselves, how can I use this money to make more? They might invest in stocks that pay dividends, buy a vending machine that generates monthly cash flow, or start a small online business that sells digital products. Over time, their $1,000 grows into $2,000, then $5,000, then $10,000. The difference? The first person used money for instant gratification, while the second person used it for wealth creation. Step 2. Create cash flow streams. Having a paycheck is not the same as having cash flow. A paycheck stops when you stop working, but cash flow is money that keeps coming in regularly, even when you're not actively working for it. This is how the rich separate themselves from the middle class. They don't just work for money, they set up systems where money works for them. Think of cash flow like a fruit tree. If you plant a mango tree, you have to water it and take care of it in the beginning. But once it grows, it starts producing fruit every season without you doing much work. Now imagine planting multiple trees, real estate that pays you rent, stocks that pay dividends, an online course that sells 24/7. The more trees you plant, the more fruit, money you collect without working harder. For example, let's say you buy a vending machine for $3,000. Instead of spending that money on something temporary, you've now got a machine that keeps generating cash every month. That's how the rich think. They don't just spend money, they put it to work. Step 3. Automate your income. The real power move, automation. The rich don't just create income streams, they make sure those streams run without them. They build systems that work 24/7, whether they're asleep, traveling, or spending time with family. Think about a traditional business. Let's say someone opens a bakery and works 12-hour shifts every day. They bake, serve customers, and handle everything manually. Now imagine another bakery owner who sets up a system. They hire employees to run daily operations. They set up online orders and delivery services. They create subscription-based cake deliveries where customers pay monthly. The first owner is stuck working inside the business, while the second owner has created a machine that prints money without their constant effort. That's automation. The same applies to investments. If you own a rental property, you can hire a property manager to handle tenants while rent gets deposited in your account every month. If you invest in dividend stocks, those dividends roll in without you lifting a finger. The goal isn't just to earn, it's to make money flow into your account on autopilot. Step 4. Leverage other people's money and time. The wealthy don't just rely on their own money or time, they use leverage. Other people's money, OPM, and other people's time, OPT. This allows them to scale faster and build wealth exponentially. Imagine you want to buy a house. Most people think they need to save for years and pay in full. But a real estate investor knows better. They use the bank's money, a mortgage, to buy a property, then rent it out so the tenants cover the loan payments. Now, instead of spending years saving up, they own an asset that increases in value while someone else pays for it. That's using OPM. Now let's talk about OPT. Let's say you start an online business selling t-shirts. In the beginning, you handle everything: designing, customer service, shipping. But if you keep doing it all yourself, you'll never scale. Instead, you hire freelancers to design the shirts, customer service reps to handle inquiries, and a fulfillment company to ship the orders. Now your business runs smoothly while you focus on growth. By leveraging time and money, the rich build wealth while others do the work. Step 5. Reinvent the money loop. Most people follow a broken money cycle. Earn, spend, repeat. That's why they stay stuck, living paycheck to paycheck. The rich, on the other hand, follow a wealth-building loop. Earn, invest, cash flow, reinvest, grow. For example, let's say you start with $5,000. Instead of spending it on a vacation, you buy a small website that earns $200 per month. That $200 might not seem like much, but after a year, you've made back nearly half your investment. Now, instead of spending that $200, you reinvest it into another income-producing asset, maybe another website or some dividend stocks. As your investments keep growing, your cash flow increases, and soon your passive income covers your living expenses. That's the real financial freedom, not just earning more, but creating a system where your money multiplies by itself. The goal isn't just to make money, it's to build a machine that keeps making money forever. Instead of working for money your whole life, why not set up a system where money works for you? Okay, let me show you exactly what happened when I tested this. I followed 3 simple steps. I ran a little experiment to see if I could make money without constantly working for it. Here's exactly what I did. Step 1. I found an income stream that runs with minimal effort. First, I needed a way to make money without trading all my time for it. Instead of picking a job or side hustle that required me to work 24/7, I looked for something that could keep running even when I wasn't actively involved. Think of it like setting up a coffee vending machine. You put in some effort up front, but once it's running, people keep buying coffee, and you keep making money without doing much. So, I picked faceless YouTube automation, something that required little maintenance but could generate consistent cash flow. I created AI-generated videos, uploaded them, and let YouTube's algorithm work in my favor. Step 2, I set up an automation system to make it grow. Once I had my income source, I didn't want to waste time doing things manually. I needed to make sure it could scale on its own. So I set up simple automation tools, scheduling content in advance, using AI for script writing and voiceovers, and hiring an editor to handle video production. It's like planting a mango tree instead of selling mangoes at a market. If you sell mangoes, you have to keep showing up every day. But if you plant a tree, it grows and produces fruit every season without extra effort. That's the power of automation. It keeps things running without you constantly managing it. Step 3, I reinvested the profits to multiply my income. Now here's where things got interesting. Instead of spending the money I made, I put it back into the system to make even more. If I earned $100 in my first month, I didn't just cash out. I used it to buy better stock footage, upgrade my video quality, and optimize my SEO to attract more views. This is the key difference between staying small and creating real financial momentum. Think of it like a snowball rolling downhill. At first it's tiny, but as it keeps rolling, it picks up more snow and grows faster and faster on its own. That's exactly how money works when you reinvest it. Your earnings start building on top of each other, creating exponential growth instead of just small one-time profits. Here's what happened. I started with $0, just an idea and free tools. Within 30 days, I earned $100. By 90 days, my revenue hit $500 per month. And after 6 months, I was making $2,000 per month. All from a system that mostly ran itself. I wasn't constantly checking my phone or stressing over it. The process worked automatically, and that's when it hit me. This isn't a secret trick or a lucky break. It's a repeatable formula. Anyone can set this up, follow the steps, and start seeing results. The key is knowing where to start and how to make the system work for you. You don't need a lot of money. You don't need to be some financial genius. All you need is a simple game plan that works on its own. Here's how it goes. Step 1. Find a way to make money without constant work. The biggest mistake people make is thinking they have to work harder to make more money. But the real secret? Finding an income source that keeps flowing even when you're not actively working. Think of it like setting up a water tap instead of carrying buckets. If you're carrying buckets, you have to keep going back and forth to get water. But if you install a tap, you just turn it on whenever you need it. That's exactly how the rich operate. They don't trade time for money. They set up income streams that keep running. This could be selling digital products, starting a faceless YouTube channel, renting out a property, or investing in dividend stocks. Anything that generates money without you being involved all the time. Step 2. Automate the process. Once you have an income source, the next step is to stop doing things manually and let automation do the work. The goal is to set it up once and let it keep running. Imagine running a coffee shop where you personally take orders, make coffee, and serve every customer. It would be exhausting. But if you install self-ordering machines and hire staff to handle the rest, the business runs whether you're there or not. That's exactly what automation does for your income. For example, if you run a faceless YouTube channel, you can use automate video editing and schedule content to post automatically. If you're selling digital products, platforms like Gumroad or Shopify handle the entire process, payments, delivery, and customer support without you lifting a finger. Step 3, reinvest and let it grow. Now here's where the magic happens. Instead of spending your earnings, you put the money back into the system to grow it even bigger. This is how small income streams turn into massive ones. It's like planting an apple tree. If you eat all the apples, you're left with nothing. But if you take some of those apples and plant more trees, soon you'll have an entire orchard producing fruit for you. That's exactly how money works. They create a money system, automate it, and reinvest to scale up. And now you know exactly how to do it too. The best part? You can start with zero experience, and in just a few months, you'll have a system that works for you, 24/7. This is the moment that changed everything for me. I always thought making money was about working harder, grinding, and hustling, but I was wrong. The truth is, the real secret is finding the right system and letting it do the work for you. The biggest mistake people make? They ignore these strategies because they seem too simple. But simplicity is what makes them so powerful. Now you have two choices. You can either ignore this and keep doing what you've always done, or you can take action today and start using this system to build your financial future. This hidden money code exists. The question is, will you use it or let it slip away like everyone else? I just handed you the secret. Now it's your turn. If you're serious about trying this, drop a comment saying I'm in right now. Let me know what questions you have, and I'll personally reply to as many as I can. If this blew your mind, hit the like button. And if you want to unlock even bigger money hacks, subscribe now. Because next week I'm exposing an even crazier financial loophole that you won't believe. Don't miss it. See you in the next video.